Oh my god, guys. I just finished God of War on the PS4 and I gotta say it. There's only one word to sum up this game. You may have heard it with some of the reviews. Masterpiece. There are only very few select games from this generation that I consider to be masterpiece games. Zelda Breath of the Wild, of course, Mario Odyssey, Nier Automata, Persona 5. These I consider to be masterpiece games. Now, this one, of course, it just entered the list. God of War again. I'm going to show you this cover. It's reversible, guys. So in case you don't like the regular cover, with they're standing on the boat. I'm not a big fan of that cover. So you can turn it around. You get this amazing cover. So first off, no spoilers. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil this game for you because it's an experience I think you need to experience, and I don't want to be the guy that spoils it for you. So we're going to talk about my impressions, overall thoughts of the game. This isn't really going to be a review, guys, but let's talk about some stuff. So first, let's go visuals, because that's the first thing you're going to notice, because this game, guys, easily one of, if not the best looking games of this generation, and that includes anything on the Xbox One X, which is more powerful hardware. I played this game on the PS4 Pro. Best looking game I've seen on the Pro. The textures, incredible. A lot of different variety of color. The HDR is absolutely outstanding HDR in this game. The colors are so vibrant, and the art direction they went with this game really plays into that. It is a very beautiful and diverse looking game. You're going to be hard pressed to find a better looking game out right now, and that's just a fact. So beyond the visuals, actually we'll talk about one thing else. So I tried the 4K mode just to see how it looked, and of course it looked stellar. But basically I played this game in the performance mode because I want the better frame rates. This console on the PS4 Pro, they even recently had a patch today that increased the frame rate even further. So that was great. I enjoyed playing it on the performance mode because the game still looks excellent. Of course, it's not quite as good as the 4K mode, but it's still absolutely beautiful, and I think it's worth the trade-off so you can get that extra frame rate. Now, let's talk about the story. Not going to go in depth, of course, but we'll just talk in general terms. The story is very engaging. I was not bored once throughout this entire journey, which is a very personal journey for Kratos and his son. You see a lot of growth in Kratos. And he's changed a lot since God of War 3. He's a different person. You see that immediately through the game. He doesn't seem the same. And you learn why that has happened throughout the game. You learn a lot about his son. And there's a lot of things that he doesn't know. And Kratos explains some stuff later on, and it's just very engrossing. It's a very good experience, very excellent storytelling in this game. Story was fantastic. Bottom line, they did a great job. You're going to have an incredible adventure. And since the camera is so close to them, it really does bring you into the story just a little bit more. I think it was a smart move changing the camera angle. So the music is very good in every scene. In scenes even when you're just in the boat paddling around, there's some good ambient music. The combat music, the boss music especially, very booming. You feel like a badass, as you should. And they have a lot of different variety of music. I thought the score throughout the entire game was excellent. I didn't find myself being annoyed by any of the music or the dialogue or the voice acting, which, by the way, the voice acting, especially for Kratos, top notch. That guy who voiced Kratos in this game, he needs to win an award. He needs to win some sort of award for his voice acting job because he embodied Kratos. I would say Kratos as a character is better than a lot of characters in movies that are out right now. That's saying a lot, I think, because that guy did a fantastic job. The son, Atreus, he was good too. I thought he was going to be annoying. I think a lot of us thought he was going to be annoying. but his character makes a lot of sense. He's actually quite conflicted as well. You'll find out later a lot of his issues as well. And let's talk about Atreus in general. So in the game, I initially thought he was going to be annoying and we'd have to babysit him and he'd be more of a nuisance than anything, but I'm happy to say that is not true. He is basically completely autonomous, so if you don't want to use him, he'll kind of just do his own thing. You can upgrade him, you can upgrade his bow, you can upgrade his skill set, you can upgrade his armor. So at first he'll just shoot arrows, but later on you can upgrade him so he'll like run up behind enemies and knock their feet out so you can just stomp on them. Or he will jump on their backs and start choking them with his bow. And while they're choking, you can start using your heavy attacks because they're basically defenseless. So he can be used in a variety of ways to make the combat a little more forgiving, because this game, the combat, is hard. If you were expecting this game to be a button masher like the other God of Wars, reality check, that's not happening. This is a very different combat system. It's a little more akin to a Dark Souls style, so you need to be more strategic with how you're playing. But Atreus is there to help you out, so make use of him. Speaking of the combat, we have our new weapon, the Leviathan Axe. Oh, this thing is awesome. It is a beast. Every time you hit somebody with that, you feel that hit in the controller. You can throw your axe across the screen and hit enemies in the back, and then go bare fist and attack the other guys in front of you, and then you can recall your axe whenever you want in any situation. You can use that to a lot of different advantages, like you can hit guys that are up top shooting projectiles at you, throw your axe at them while you pound on a different guy, and then recall your axe. And if you recall your axe and there's a guy in front of you, it'll cut right through him. It is awesome. You can of course upgrade your axe as well by getting runes, which add like different abilities depending which ones you put into the axe. There's a lot of different variety there. You can change it up based on how you want to play. Kratos can also have his armor upgraded. You can craft different armor. There's a pretty deep RPG upgrade system in this game. Of course, you gain experience by defeating enemies, and Kratos has his own skill set for his Leviathan axe. He has a skill set for his shield, which has a lot of benefits. You're going to want to upgrade your shield as well. And you can also get a different weapon later on in the game for Kratos. But there are just the two weapons, so keep that in mind. But they're both awesome, especially the second one. You're going to love that. But the Leviathan axe, fantastic. Great addition to God of War. And you will see why it's an important weapon later on. So other than that, the game itself is not quite open world. It's open world-ish. Like, you have a sandbox to move around in, but there are limitations to where you can go. There are different areas you can explore and find secret areas. I suggest you do that because a lot of the secret areas have some loot box, like not loot boxes, chests that you can unlock and get some nice weapon upgrade stuff. So you're going to want to explore. You will see the benefit of doing that. But overall, guys, this game, fantastic. It lives up to the hype. A lot of times, we see a lot of games out here getting 9s, getting 10s, and then you play them, and they're not like that. This game is. You can tell this game took 5 years to make, and you can tell the detail, the attention to detail is staggering. The amount of stuff you just see just by walking around. There's a lot of hidden collectibles in the game. There's a lot of content in this game. I've played through it, but I'm nowhere near 100%ing the game. There's a lot of things I still need to find. There's even 4 afterworld bosses that you can find, the Valkyries. They are very hard to kill, and I've found 2 of them. I need to find the other 2. But there's a lot of things to do even after the game. So this game, guys, I'm telling you, it's a must play. It's a masterpiece. You owe it to yourself to play this. This is the kind of game we're asking for, people. Single player, story-driven games with a lot of content that are absolutely worth the price of admission. That's it, guys. God of War. Get it. Just masterpiece. Get it. Trust me. Get it. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. God of War, have you played it? Are you looking to play it, or you don't want to play it? Let's talk. Let's talk in the comments below, people. Make sure to like this video, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I know it's a lot of stuff I'm asking, but it is what it is. I will see you guys later. Bye.